Hello there folks, welcome back to Civilization 5. We are playing as Haile Selassie of the Ethiopian Empire, somebody I don't know a lot about, both in real life and in Civ. One of the newest Civs, I haven't played as him before. He has the Spirit of Adwar, which is a combat bonus when fighting units from a civilization with more cities than we have. Which makes him a rather defensive civilization. It looks like that would obviously give you a huge combat bonus when fighting against people like Alexander and Rome and, you know, stuff like that. His unique unit appears to be a musketman replacement. In fact, no, strength 34, that's an infantry replacement. So quite late game again, which is another defensive suggestion. And his bonus building is the Stele. Is that how you pronounce it, or is it a Stele? Whatever. It is a culture and faith producing. Looks like it's just the standard monument or temple, but with an extra culture and faith attached to it. Not bad, actually. So, looking at it, I think we're going to want to play this defensively, which means a science victory. And we probably want to go for religion, since that we can get that bonus faith. Let's begin our journey. Same as usual, we're going to be playing roughly 45 minutes plus. I set my timer for roughly 45 minutes, and then after that it's like, you know, look for something that's a good stopping point. So if we're due something to happen in a turn or two, that's where we'll leave off. So yeah, third season of Civ. I hope everyone's enjoying it. I'm not going to do it. I know you're waiting for me to take the first turn. I'm not. I'm going to waffle on for a little bit first. We're playing Civ again because it's a fucking great game, basically. If you're wondering why it's the third season of Civ instead of a new game, there's nothing else I really want to play at the moment. I was looking at Mortal Kombat X, but from what I've heard, it's a pretty bad port, and it's also Warner Brothers, which means I can't take the risk of YouTubing it. Warner Brothers, if you're not aware, probably issue more YouTube takedowns than any other company on the planet. So a bit too much of a risk for a small YouTuber like myself. It's fine if you're a huge network-backed, you know, conglomerate like the Yogscast or something, but not for me. So yeah, so no Mortal Kombat, unfortunately, which is a shame because it looks like a really good game, I must admit. And then the other game I was looking at, well, GTA, but I'm not paying 40 quid for GTA. I was really buzzed about it 2 years ago, and I would have happily paid 40 quid for it, but that was 2 years ago, you know, it's been too long of a wait. I've, you know, got off the idea. So, Civ it is. Look at where we're spawning, by the way. This is Flood Plains. We've got Ivory, which is nice early luxury, not too hard to get online, trapping. We've got Incense, which is also pretty decent luxury. Our capital is going to have some desert tiles. You've got to remember that floodplains don't work for Petra, but desert tiles do. So, is this a potential Petra city? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has maybe 6 desert tiles. It could be. It could be quite a good Petra city. So we might want to think about getting Petra in our capital. We're not going to worry too much about military. We are going to build a military because of our defensive bonus. Early on, that bonus is pretty big. So we don't need a huge army to defend ourselves with. We want to concentrate more on our economy, on our science, and probably getting some wonders. Let's settle in places. This is a nice place. It's on a river. We've got floodplains. Farm these up. They'll be wonderfully delicious food. We've only got a warrior, though, no scout. So we are probably going to want to get a scout up and running before too long. I'm going to move this way, just because there's a hill there. Okay, right. So we're near coast. Okay. Let us select production. We definitely want Estelle. And what am I going to call this? I'm going to call it Estelle. Let's call it Estelle. Scout's going to take 10 turns. We'll go with the Stell. I think we want to start producing some faith. We definitely want to be one of the first people to religion. There's always a chance somebody will beat us to it if they find religion in ruins, or if they've got some sort of native bonus, which some civs do have. But we've got a reasonably good chance, I think, if we can get that Stell out nice and quick. As far as militia goes, archers will probably do us quite well for a while, followed by longbows. Well, composites. We don't need much more than that to defend our empire with, I wouldn't think. So we can focus more on actual techs that are going to be useful to us. Obviously, trapping is very important. That's going to be the first thing that gives our economy a boost, as is calendar afterwards. 1, 2, 3. We will be able to work that wheat eventually, but we've got to grow our borders there first. So, I mean, pottery is the next way forward so that we can build the shrine, I guess. In fact, that's quite interesting that we can build the stele. It must be a monument then. So it's a monument with an extra culture and 2 faith. That's pretty fucking powerful. Look at this. That's insane. Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. That's going to be really helpful. We're going to try and settle quite quickly. And we're going to go for the standard tradition, 4-city strat. So, yeah. We'll go full tradition and then pick up probably a little bit of commerce if we haven't hit rationalism by then. Warrior. Let's come down and explore this side. I want to see where this goes. Gonna have to delay the scout because I want to build that stele and I want to build a monument as well. So we'll get our warrior to sort of explore this. I'm going to sort of swing him onto this hill, see what's around the area, pull him back through here. I want to sort of have a bit of visual around our land. Remember, we're not just scouting for ruins, we're scouting for city sites, we're scouting for city-states. See, this wouldn't be too bad a site, but there's a city-state in the way. I mean, we can always consider killing city-states, but I'd rather not. We've got 30 gold from Hanoi. Oh, it's got gems as well. I'd love to kill that and resettle it, like, there. So then you'd get the gems, the sheep, the wheat, the fish, the silk. Oh, God, that would be gold. We might have to do that. That's something to consider. There's some ruins. Right, let's go grab those. Hopefully we'll get there before anybody else does. Excellent. Survivors. Oh, that's not a bad one. That gives us an instant pop boost, which, as you can see, has shaved a bunch of turns off making that stele. So that brings us even closer to getting our religion, which is quite nice. We're going to swing up onto this hill. Okay, some more desert around. I don't know if Ethiopia has a desert bias or not. You've noticed I've not renamed the capital either. Mainly because I just didn't know what to call it. Oh, nice. Another ruins. Good, good. We'll grab that. I couldn't think of an Africanized way of saying Derpsville. We got gold, not the best, but not terrible. How much is a scout? 190. No, we're quite far from that. Never mind. The good thing is, gold at this stage, as you've seen on my previous videos, I always consider it the ability to run at negative gold. So the more we can have in our treasury, the better, really. It gives us options. It means we can delay the economy boosting techs to get more important things. We've got a nice map there. There's a ruins over there. We're going to head that way. We're going to have to circle by the barbarian camp, but it's obviously worth going for. There's a city-state to meet over there as well, so we shall do that. So that's the path we're going to take. It's quite a good map. Often when you get a map, it's something shit. But that was actually rather useful for a change. We will pass by this camp. I don't think they'll attack us. They generally don't attack out of a camp unless you're really weak. There is obviously the slight zone of control issue, but it's okay. Because we're going to have to walk around the camp anyway to get to the ruins. I'm not liking this patch of desert. There's another city-state up there, so I think we're not going to detour to meet the city-state because I want the ruins, but we will, after we've got the ruins, we'll meet these two city-states because obviously you get rewards for meeting them. There is wheat there. So we could potentially, a city here would have wheat and 2 fish to make up for the lack of growth from the desert tiles. Sheep, it's not a bad city. It'd probably pick up spice as well. That wouldn't be terrible. I'm also spotting cotton down here, which is useful. And stone here, but it's between these two city-states. All in all, it's not fantastic land. See, this is another nice city site round about here, which gives us the wheat, a desert hill town for production, cattle, spice, maybe one square to the right, which would give us the ivory as well. It depends what's down here. But yeah, not the best land at the moment. Not the best land at all. Right. At this point, we're going to get the shrine. We're going to get the shrine, we're going to pay the maintenance, and we're going to start getting towards a bloody religion before anybody else does. In the meantime, what do we want to research the most? We're going to need trapping. Our borders are going that way. We haven't got a worker yet, but we will have before too long. Trapping requires animal husbandry, so probably that would be a good thing to go for. We don't really want Stonehenge. I know it's handy, but we don't really want it. We're going to want both of these ultimately. Let's get husbandry first. And we'll go with that. And then we'll see what sort of state we're in. There's the ruins. It was just a spearman upgrade. Not the greatest, but certainly not the worst either. Right, let's bob up here and meet these two city-states. And let's hope one of them gives us a bonus faith, which would be very nice. Then we'll swing back down here and explore some of this fog. Mogadishu. Oh, somebody's already met this city-state, so there's somebody else around this area. So we could be about to bump into our first player. We haven't actually met anyone yet. 18 turns in. And we've not actually met anybody. I'm going to keep exploring. There's Malacca. Okay, which way do we want to go? Now, there could be stuff up here, but somebody has met these city-states, so I'm guessing most of the territory up there has probably already been milked. So I'm actually going to swing back and quickly check this fog for any more ruins before we go up there. Because obviously ruins are the most important in this early stage of the game. We can worry about, you know, visuals and scouting later on. We're more concerned about the actual ruins. Okay, tradition time. Boom, there we go. Found a pantheon. Holy shit, we got a pantheon already, and we were the first to the pantheon. What pantheon do we want? What have we got? We definitely have spice and ivory. Sorry, incense and ivory. There is spice nearby, which is a plantation, as is the incense. So we could potentially take something that gives bonuses from plantations, maybe. Ivory is a camp, so camps are also an option. So we're looking at sort of camps or plantations or anything for incense or ivory. What have we got? Culture from shrines. Faith from tundra. Faith from desert. Now these are actually plains that our capital is on at the moment. But faith from desert could be handy. Because obviously our borders are going to expand. That wouldn't be terrible. What else? Wine and incense gives one culture, one faith. We have only got the one incense though, so that's not a huge bonus. Food from camps is not terrible, but it's not amazing. Culture from plantations is a bit cack. Faith from quarries. I think faith from desert is probably the strongest opener for us at this point. I'm going to go with it. We're going to take it and see how it works out for us. We've got to learn. We've got to learn how to play as Haile Selassie. And I think, considering we've got quite a bit of desert around, and our second city is most likely going to be over here with more desert, that should help us, I feel. It should help. We've actually captured that ivory tile now, so pretty soon we do want to be thinking about getting a worker out. We probably want to build a scout and then a worker, I would say. We could potentially buy a scout and then build a worker. I'm going to move that way. Okay, the barbs are starting to come, so we're going to want to pick up archery next, I think, so that we can actually defend ourselves. Because there's no point building a worker if these guys are just going to stomp all over us. Hello, Hiawatha of the Iroquois. Well met, Hiawatha. I'm pretty sure we can be friends. I don't see why not. You're currently on 6 GPT. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So, you are probably in 2nd or 3rd. 2nd. Called that well, didn't I? I know my civ. Right, these guys are just going to give us a bit of trouble, but that's no problem. That is no problem. Is Hiawatha going to go up? Do you think? I don't think there's anything to explore there. We want a scout to go out and explore over there, and we want an archer really to defend our lands, and then we probably want to think about settlers. Oh, there's still ruins down here. Brilliant, brilliant news. We definitely want to get those. Animal husbandry. We can build a trade unit. Yes, not yet. Ah, and that's coast. Oh, 30 culture. That was nice. Alright, let's continue attacking this barb. I wonder if there's a camp up there, or would they just happen to spawn? Either way, we're going to want to get some sort of defense. Let's get a scout. Let's get a scout for now while we research archery. We're going for the basics. We'll get archery, then we'll probably pick up the library one, writing, and calendar. And then we'll probably start building some settlers and stuff as well and everything. Let's finish exploring within this area. It looks like I've just found Hiawatha. Look, you can just see his borders there. We can still fire on this guy. We are at the bottom. Well, near the bottom, but again, we're playing on Prince still, so that's the thing. Do we want the wonder production bonus? Are we going for any wonders yet? Not really. Let's get oligarchy instead. Oligarchy is a nice one to go for, and it opens up the other two. Legalism is obviously the bonus. Oh, there's ruins right outside his fucking borders. What a noob. We're gonna go get them. We are gonna go get those, son. Oh my god. How did you not see them? Well, that's his mistake. We're gonna sneak in and eat those. We have to cross the river to do it. There's his capital, on Dagger. We may be isolated then. I'm not seeing anybody else yet. A map. A map which gives us a little bit of visibility down here. I'd imagine if there are any ruins down there, he's probably cleared them out. We're going to send our guy down there anyway, just to see. And obviously our scout's going to go over this side. If this is a dead end and it's just coast, then our guy's going to come up and pop this barb camp for us. Because obviously we'll take over as a... Ooh, Gajamada. Of Indonesia. Wow, you look scary, son. Holy shit. Not a big threat, though. If I remember rightly, he's a pretty shit civ, so we shouldn't have to worry too much about him. He will have some good trade fodder, though, so we probably want to be friends with him. Where did he come from? Okay, he probably came from over that side, then. Right, in which case... Oh, there's another barb camp. Beautiful. Right, we'll go have a little bit of a nosy down here, see what's down there, and then we'll start popping barb camps with this guy. And obviously he will also be escorting settlers as we start to build them and stuff like that. We'll get a couple of defensive archers, which will just sort of guard our cities. We are now producing 5 faith per turn. Holy shit. So we're getting 1 from each of these floodplains. Oh my god, that is beautiful. And 3 from our buildings. Yeah, so I think we've pretty much guaranteed ourselves the pick of the religion. Nobody else has even got a thingy yet. A what's it called? A pantheon, and we've already got 43 towards a religion. I think we're in with luck on this. We're gonna win. People are gonna struggle to do better than that. Right, let's just quickly have a look up here. I just want to see if that definitely is a dead end. I'm pretty sure it will be. We are going to want a granary, but we're not in any major rush for it. We do want an archer. We've got 3 turns till archer. So, let's put a few turns into a worker, and then we'll swap him out, build an archer, and then swap back. Let's just shuffle down here and see if this is really a dead end beneath Hiawatha. There's a barb camp, I suspected as much. Okay, right. We need to expand fast then before these bastards steal all the bloody land from us. It's certainly going to be an expansion race between us and Hiawatha. This guy... Oh, God, right. Okay, let's pull you back over here. And we are definitely going to need some archers before we can start building in our city. There is still a little bit of land down here. I don't know how much. We're going to go for writing. In fact, do we need mining? Do we need mining? No, none of that is on forest. We'll get mining later. Right, let's change to an archer. It's going to take 12 turns. That's a bit of a pain in the balls, but never mind. We need them because look, we're getting swamped by barbs already. Goddamn barbs. They're chasing my scout down. I really don't care about them chasing him. They can chase him all they want. He's going on an exploring mission. There's probably not much ruins out there, but we do want to find what sort of land there is, how far away Gajah is, whether there's any other people lurking down there. There's a camp on this peninsula. Let's keep him moving, old Scouty McScouterson. Oh God, there's a lot we need to do. We need to expand, and we also need to get these archers out protecting us, because there is a lot of barb camps around. Should we go for legalism? I know I shouldn't have really built the stele. I should have relied on this to get it, but it's a bit slow. This at least gives us 3 free ones in the other cities, which is nice. So it means as soon as we do plonk another city down, it's got an instant monument, or in our case, an instant stele. Oh, look, there's some copper over there. That would be nice. That would be nice. We've not got amazing luxuries. Fucking Oda! Oh, God, I hate Oda. Yeah, you're all fucking nice and honourable now. We haven't forgotten last game, Oda. We have not forgotten how you treated us last game. 5 GPT, you're doing well. Oh, you're not doing that well. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm going to keep the pressure up on this camp. We're going to have to take a turn or 2 to heal, but as long as we keep some pressure going. Where did Oda come from then? Somewhere down here. So he could be over the right-hand side with Gajah. You might wonder why I put off building my workers so long. It's because barbarians will just pillage what you've built. So why waste the time? Get the archers out first, and once you can defend these squares, that's when we can worry about actually improving them. It's a mistake a lot of people do, is they build their worker first and then they've got nothing to defend it. So they go out, they build a plantation, the barbarian comes over, they retreat the worker to the city, and the barbarians stomp all over the plantation and burn it to the ground. So, although it might look like I'm taking a slightly slower path, I'm really not. Oh my God, there's a fucking ship there now. Let's take rough bonus and heal for a couple of turns. And let's go that way. Oh, there's Oda. God, it is very cramped around here. Very cramped indeed. And very Barbie as well. And not many city-states. I've only met 3. Jeez, this is not the nicest continent, is it? There's going to be a mad race to get this central land. So we want to make sure that we are on the winning side of that. Malacca wants a trade route. Jesus Christ, give us a chance. It's 3000 BC. We don't know what trade is yet. Do we want to go this way? No, let's come down a bit. Let's see what's down there. Keep firing. We've actually killed 1 Barb. Hanai would now like one of the Barb camps killing, which we can totally deal with once we get some units. There is an archer coming in 3 turns. And then we shall build a worker after that. We're at 107 faith. It's looking good for religion. Not sure yet what we're going to take. Jeez, there's barbs everywhere. It's Barb Central up in this. Looks like there's another city-state over there. Right, these guys have had a time to heal. We can take this camp out. And that was it. There's nothing else on that peninsula. But this guy can go on Barb clearing duty now. He's got a promotion. He's a little bit stronger. And with any luck, he can take out a few of these camps. There we go. That's looking good. Right, we have an archer. So, we can go back to building. Is it just going to automatically build the worker? No, because I didn't queue it, did I? Worker. There you go. Right, let's get that worker out. And then we're probably going to want a settler after that. Belgrade. We're the first empire they have met, even though Japan is right there. Japan's already on its 2nd city. Holy balls. I wonder if it found one or whether it's just rushed a settler. Jeez. He was quick. He was very quick. Let's attack this guy. And killed him. Sweet. Let's also send my archer over here. So we're going to try and take this camp down as well. We're going to go down in this direction. As soon as though nobody met Belgrade, it's a good bet that like they might have explored there but not here. So we're going to be the one to explore this land down here and see what we can find. Belgrade is fighting some barbs as well. There's a lot of barb action going down. This guy... Let's bring him all the way up here so we can keep an eye on this encampment and then we'll heal and attack. Oh, he's got a settler out as well. Jeez, these guys are prepared. I am surprised at how well prepared these guys are. Well, we're going to be building a settler soon as well, before too long. So they're not the only ones. Oh, Barb's just captured it. Holy shit, that was good. We could steal that as a worker, maybe. But it would be a bit difficult for us. Let's continue exploring and leave him to worry about that himself. It's not our job to free his settlers. Can't believe how quick these guys are at getting their settlers out. That's ridiculous. I mean, I suppose if we'd have focused on it, we could have probably done it as well, but, like... It seems like an odd thing to focus on so early. I mean, we were only at +1 GPT. So even if we had a settler, it would be expensive to plonk him down. Right. We're going to want calendar. We're going to want mining. We're going to want trapping. Let's grab trapping, which will give our workers something to do. And our economy a little bit of a boost. Malacca wants an encampment killing. We can pop that barb, which we're going to do. As soon as though he was retreating. Slight bit of friendship as well. We're going to shoot the camp. so that we can move in and clear it out next turn, and then we can shoot the galley at our leisure. Our production's pretty awful around here, which is a bit annoying. But at least our scout got a little bit of XP, which is often useful. Ooh, there's a tiny little bit of island there. Oh god, oh god. Hiawatha's sending his settler out, but it looks like he's coming downwards. He has actually trapped our spearmen in his borders by the looks of things. Oh, ruins and the Grand Mesa. We could do with getting ourselves over there. Are you able to walk up this way? I'm going to force him up that way. Apparently we... Oh yeah, that was because we moved our archer. Oh my god, I would love to settle down here, but it's so far away. Getting a settler there would take forever. And to be honest, Gajamada was probably on his way over there anyway. Mogadishu is happy that we discovered that thing. They were friendly with us. I'm hoping we can sneak around there before his borders pop. Boom, ruins, 90 gold. Oh, very nice. Well, that'll buy us another archer. Should we leave this guy here for fog busting? I think we probably should, although it's costing us cash. Let's bring him back. Let's bring him back. We've got 4 happiness. We're not doing bad. We're losing 1 GPT, but we've got plenty in the bank, so it's nothing to worry about. I want to keep exploring this area because obviously there's ruins here that people haven't found. And I want them. That's pretty much all I've got to say about that. If we can get a settler over here, I would absolutely love it. There's dyes, there's bananas, fish, horses, sheep, the Grand Mesa. It's a really nice area. It's just so far away from our actual land. Oh, and it's glorious down there as well. So many things we need to build. That's the problem. That's the hardest part of the early game of Civ, is the fact that there's just so much stuff to build. There's a city-state there. We're going to go meet the city-state. 10 turns for the worker. This guy might be giving Hiawatha some jip. I'm going to let my guy heal now that he's out. Basically, I didn't want him to stand there and heal while Hiawatha's borders grew and blocked him in. That's why I moved him out before I let him heal. I'm going to leave the archer on defense just for a little bit. Ormus. We're the first people to meet Ormus. Excellent. 30 gold in the bag. This scout has paid for itself many times over already. There's an encampment there. We're going to keep exploring around Ormus. This barb might attack us. I'm not asked about whether he does or not. Oh, there's another city-state there. Budapest. There's another 30 gold in the bag. Oh my god, we're doing quite well on gold. Looks like this might be another dead end. We're not having too many problems now. I think we're close to our game taking off. Shall we... do we need to look down there? I don't think we do. Let's have a quick look there. And then head back up. Right, so we'll go check out this mountain range and see what's around there next. 4 turns till a worker. That's coming along nicely. Our city is only size 4, but that will grow once we get some more cities down and get some trade units out. Let's move up here. Oh, did that guy attack our spearmen? I didn't even notice. He's just been suiciding himself against our spearmen as that barbarian. Right, we are going to give him cover and then let him heal again. I'm going to sneak around Ormus. We're going to attack this guy. We can't actually attack with our archer unless we move him first, which I'm going to do. There we go, he's taking some nice damage there. Got 522 gold in the bank, and we're 217 faith. It's going nicely. I think we definitely picked the right pantheon. It has been very helpful to us. I'm not going to attack with the city because I want the archer to get the XP for killing it. So we'll give the archer an open bonus and then attack him. And there we go. 2 more XP. New policy. We want landed elite. Very nice. This guy's almost fully healed, then we'll go take out this camp, I think.
Even brute beasts and wandering birds do not fall into the same traps or nets twice.
And there's trapping. Ooh, there's a little lake over there. So, our worker's ready, and we can get our trap in place. We're going to guard the worker with the archer, and we are going to build... I guess we need a settler, but we're 9 turns from growing. Fuck it. Let's get the settler. We can't really put that off any longer. Let's research. What are we going to need? What's the next major thing we're going to need? Sailing is going to be handy if we're going to feed the city, if we're building it there. We need to land grab. We need to land grab rather quickly. And I want some cotton. So I'm thinking somewhere like here would be a huge one. Oh God, I don't know. That would get a lot of stuff, but it's not in the best position. 1, 2, 3. That's not a bad position, I guess. But I feel like it would be better to have one city here, one city here. I just really want that cotton. We'll think about it once we've built him. So what do we want? What's the most important to us? What do we want to move towards? Iron would be nice if we knew where iron was. We are going to want composites before too long. Calendar we definitely want. Let's get calendar for now. We definitely need calendar. Because our worker's going to run out of things to do if we don't get that. Right, let's bring this guy over onto the hill. Because he has rough terrain bonuses. And let's... No, there was nothing over there. That was a bit of a waste. Never mind. There's another barb over there. We're not going to worry about him just yet. Unless he comes into our territory. I just don't want to walk off the worker and leave him unguarded. He is heading our way. Okay, let's stand up here so we've got a better view of what's going on. How long we got left? We've got a few minutes left yet. Here it comes. He's definitely heading our way. Move into this city briefly for the bonus. And then keep our explorations going. That looks like Gajamada's territory over there. We're not doing too bad on score, and that's obviously going to rocket up when we get to religion, because we are, as I say, going to be the first ones to that, which will be very helpful. It means we can get tithe, which is hugely beneficial to your Civ game, especially as a human player. It makes up for all the bonuses the AI get. It allows you... Oh, somebody's finally got a pantheon. Food from camps. Food from camps. They're going to attack this guy. Try and take that down. And we're going to keep exploring around. See what we can find. We killed that barb, so I'm gonna come back and guard the worker again. I wonder who got a pantheon. Oda seems to have a lot of score. Look, he's got his 3rd city out. Oh my god, he must have some insane production. Shit, we're about to get mobbed by an archer. Okay, our archer needs to come and help quickly. Okay, that's his capital there, Jakarta. Can't believe how quickly this guy is land grabbing. How has he done this? He must be building nothing but settlers. How can he afford it? That's what I want to know. He's got to be running at negative GPT now. He's got to be.
Oh.
5. How is he at 5 GPT with 3 cities? That's ridiculous. That is actually ridiculous. Oh my god. Oh, them guys, did you see that? Oh look, that's where that guy's settler got to. Oh, and there's a city-state over there, I didn't even notice. We'll curl round. We'll curl round and meet him. Right. Oh god, you're gonna need to heal. Let's just leave you to heal. And we'll go see who this city-state is. That's either one wide border. It is one wide border. Who is this city-state? Kabul. Or Kabul, I guess. That's a crazy border it's got there. There's a lot of encampment destroy quests, which we can obviously do if we wish. We've been shot by an archer. Thankfully we can just kill him. Oh, and we got a little bit of influence over him for killing the archer as well. Not that it's going to help much, but, you know, better than nothing. Can't complain. 2 turns till calendars research. There's a hand axe over there. We're going to move over to the incense, and we're also going to send the archer over there as well, ready to defend. The scout has been promoted. We're going to give him survivalism, and we're going to heal him up quickly. Yes. We will accept. We also notice you are called the Pious, or Pious, which means you've gone piety, which is religion. However, we're about to get religion before you, so you failed. Why you would take piety unless you were guaranteed a religion, I would not know. Seems like he's taking a very foolish risk. Because it means you can't take... He's taking this instead of this. And I'm still beating him to religion. What do we want to research? We just got calendar. Obviously education is the ultimate prize here. Currency is obviously something that's handy to pick up for the market before too long. Currency will require the wheel and maths. Hang gardens is nice, not too fussed about it. The watermill could be quite handy for our main city. Where's Petra? Is it not down the bottom end somewhere? I can never remember where Petra is. I thought it was reasonably early. Pyramids, mausoleum, statue of Zeus. I thought it was somewhere around here, but I could be wrong. I can never fucking remember. We could always look it up in the old wiki. Currency. Requires currency. Which is there. So yeah, yet more reason to get currency. Yeah, that would be nice. Maybe we should think about currency. What are our other options? Sailing would be handy. We don't need it immediately. And education. Do we want education first? We probably do. What are we looking at here? 12, 26, and 43 versus 8 along that way, which requires currency anyway. Let's just go currency then. We'll just go currency for now. We're also coming up for time. I sort of wanted to make the religion, so we should be getting our great prophet in the next couple of turns. So I will take a few turns until we get him, and that's where we'll call it, I guess. It seems like an exciting place to leave it on. Our scout is healing. A great prophet has been born. There we go. Oh God, there's yet more fucking barbs spawning out of this camp. Proving really difficult to take down, these guys. Great prophet has been born. Let's do it. Boom. First one to a religion. What do we want? We want tithe is what we want. What shall our religious symbol be? Which one of these? Yeah, Islam. Should we go for Islam? Since though we're sort of Ethiopia. Are they an Islamic place? I guess they probably are. Let's do it. Let's have Islam. Let's rename it. The Way of the Derp. Let's all follow the way of the derp, shall we? So far, the derpish people worship the desert, which is great. We're also very interested in people paying money to follow our religion. And what do we want? We want probably one of the building-based ones. Although production is a problem for us, so religious community is quite nice. I mean, the good thing is religious community generally doesn't get picked up, so we could always take that as our second belief if we enhance it, which is always a good idea. So we could take pagodas. Pagodas is probably the best, isn't it? I like pagodas a lot. I do like pagodas. Let's take pagodas, and then if we do get to enhance it and religious community is still there, we'll take religious community as well. Pagodas. Thank you very much. Way of the Derp, tithe and pagodas. Probably one of the best combinations. Certainly one of the best all-rounders. Obviously, there are certain specific scenarios where something else could be much more advantageous to you. But I think, given our state of affairs, that seems pretty decent. 8 turns still a settler. Next episode, that's what we're going to do. We're going to settle, finally. This guy has taken our prime location that we wanted as Tokyo. This is really, really annoying. So we need to bust out. We need to get this area locked down. We could probably do with building here-ish as well. And fourth city is going to be a hard one. We could consider trying to send a settler all the way down here with an escort, just because it would be an amazing city. But I'd imagine he's going to build there before too long. He'd be stupid not to, basically. We'll just have to see what we can do. Looking at the state of it, we might end up having to go to war with someone. Because Onondaga would be a great city for us to have. Or at the very least, if we kill Hanoi, we could resettle it a couple of squares north, which would make a pretty decent city that grabs everything in that area. But yeah, we need these two locations to really sort of block off this area of land for ourselves. Japan's probably going to take this area. I wouldn't be surprised. It looks like he's planning on really rapid expansion, and Hiawatha probably won't be too far behind him. So we need to get right on that. But for now, I'm going to save it here, folks, and I will see you guys next time. Just before I leave, I'll show you the demographic screen, because I realise I haven't looked at it at all yet. We're 4th in population. It's not too bad. In fact, we're middle of the road in pretty much everything except approval, which is pretty standard for a human start. We're not doing terrible at all, really. So I'm feeling quite confident. We've just got our religion, which is going to start really turning things around for us. It's going to start spreading. There's no rival religions around, so there's a good chance these people are going to pick it up off of us. And that's really, really going to help. The tithe that will come in will help, help us pay for our army. And if we do get these two areas, our borders against Japan and Hiawatha should be quite easy to defend. Which is obviously good because we've got the sea at our backs, so no enemies behind us. They can only come from one front, as it were. So yeah, I'm actually feeling quite confident. Even though we're behind now, I think we're going to pull ahead. In fact, oh no, we're in the lead. Holy shit, we are actually in the lead because the religion points, which are ridiculously skewed, it's fired us up. But yes, I'm confident. I think it's going to go well. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.